beautiful. Yep. Oh, dear me. Vinyls. What a classic. Better sounding and just more authentic. You can't beat a good record. And here I am, a year later, doing my vinyl update, ladies and gentlemen. Flagel here, and today I'm going to be showing you about 2 extra vinyls that I've probably gotten. But, never mind even that, but it's an updated opinion on the vinyls that I already had. So, let's get them. Oh, I put them in chronological order just for you guys. And they've all fallen down, so that was a bit of a waste of time, but I don't mind. So then, get a bit better lighting. How's about putting this here? Isn't it a bit better? That's much better. Okay. So then, let's begin. Okay. So, right, let's begin. So, these are the singles and EPs that I've gotten. First off, we'll have Supertramp, the Logical Song, classic. And with the B-side, we get Just Another Nervous Wreck, which is another canny song, but Logical Song is great. One of my favourite ever songs to get happy. Reasons to be Cheerful, Part 3. Ian Jury. Just couldn't fault it. Absolutely, just such a fun song to listen to. Take a chance on me, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. Classic Malcolm in the Middle scene as well. But this is a nice little bit of kit that I don't know if I had in my last one. Magical Mystery Tour. Original first pressing. Whoa! Yeah, you get a good picture booklet. What's going on over there? The lyrics and everything. Of course, the EP itself. And for those of you who have it on CD, this doesn't have the singles like Strawberry Fields and all that. This is like the soundtrack to the film. So it goes up from the title track to Your Mother Should Know. I think, yeah. But these are the top dogs here. Let's begin. That one. AC/DC, the second album. Dirty Deeds Done Cheap. And last time I was a bit critical on here, but I've given it about 2 more listens over the year, and over from that I've really liked the title track. I really like there's going to be some rockin', and Problem Child is a great song too, but there's still a few songs that I'm not that bothered about. Never mind. Aztec Camera. Still haven't given this a listen, but I know it's good. Alright, now the Beatles. Sgt. Pepper. And the Blue Album. Alright then. Cheap Thrills. Yeah. I've got this on CD now, so I've given it even more listens. Combination of the two was absolutely fantastic. Summertime, Ball and Chain's great, and of course Piece of My Heart. Now we'll get on to the Bowie. We have firstly Hunky Dory. Favourites on here: Changes, Oh You Pretty Thing, Life on Mars, Kooks, the Bellway Brothers, and Queen Bitch. My favourite line probably being off Queen Bitch with her bibbly bobbly hut. Next album by him. The Stardust from Mars. His Life and Times of Ziggy Stardust. Favourites on here: 5 Years, Moon Age Daydream, Starman, It Ain't Easy, Star, Ziggy Stardust, Suffragette City, and I also quite like Rock and Roll Suicide. Bit more of a dodgier album, with a band, sort of band album cover where that bit there, let's just say, was faded out. Diamond Dogs, with my favourite song being 1984, We Are the Dead, Sweet Thing, Rebel Rebel, Diamond Dogs, of course, the title track. It's a pretty good album. Then we get Pin-Ups, a complete covers album. Get it? Pin-Ups, covers. I wouldn't say from the songs that I know, like Rosaline, Here Comes the Night, See Emily Play, Everything's Alright, I Can't Explain, Where All the Good Times Gone. None of them really, I would say, are better on here, but it's an interesting concept that he's done of going from the Spiders from Mars to that. And then we'll get a special album here, Low, which the side 2 is something that I'd probably reserve and not listen to too much. Not because it's bad, just I think you need to listen to the full thing to get a good experience from it, and I don't want to ruin it. But the first side's more rockier: Breaking Glass, Sound and Vision, and A New Career in a New Town. 2 Deep Purple albums. Would love to get these on vinyl. 24 Karat Purple, and the one I really, really want to get on, Deep Purple and Rock, which contains a certain classic. And then Dire Straits. The songs like the title track, Brothers in Arms This Is, Right Across the River, Money for Nothing, and of course Walk of Life. Now we get this one. Ian Jury and the Blockheads. What's it? New Boots and Panties, that was it. Favourites on here: Wake Up and Make Love to Me. Favourite song is probably Sweet Jane Vincent. Some of the songs are a bit dodgy, like I definitely wouldn't play some of these out loud. I learned that hard way with Plain Still Patricia, that was the pretty rude one. Don't get confused with it saying there's nothing wrong with it and all that, because that was the single that came off not off this album, Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll, but in the CD version, that is the last track on here. And we'll get my favourite Dylan album, hold it like that, Blonde on Blonde. Don't even know where to start with this one, to be honest. I Want You, Side-Eyed Lady of the Lowlands, and possible favourite being Stuck Inside a Mobile with the Memphis Blues again. Then we get Hotel California featuring the title track and everything else, which is a bit forgettable for me, but never mind. Then we get Yellow, Out of the Blue, with Mr. Blue Sky, Sweet Talking Woman, Turn to Stone, Starlight, Night in the City, Stand in the Rain is a good song. Oh, Wild West Heroes, also a pretty good song. What's that one? Then we got a few Genesis albums here. First one being Selling England by the Pound, which is a classic and not so classic. And then there was Free, never mind. Now this was a great deal for a $5, I think. All Things Must Pass, and George Harrison. Which favourites off that is the title track, actually. Then we get Smash Hits, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. For some reason over here in the UK, even though that's where he was based, you can't seem to find many of the actual studio albums on vinyl. But this is a pretty good one. It maybe goes in a bit too much with how you experienced. But the reason why I really particularly like this was because it had the B-side from one of the singles off Axis Boulder's Love. Stars that play with Laugh and Sam's Dice, but I've now got that on the bootleg Axis Outtakes. Thriller time. Yeah, it's Thriller. You get a bit of a dodgy album here. Can't show you that bit there. Captain Fantastic, or otherwise Elton John. What's off this album? Yeah, I know the first song. Someone say, oh yes, yeah. Better Off Dead was probably my favourite off that one. But the title track's also really good. Imagine John Lennon. Obviously the title track is a very good classic, but also got here the poster, which is so big I couldn't even be arsed putting it on my wall. But most of it's blank anyways, that's pretty crap, never mind. Then we get the last album with Yoko Ono. What's that inside here? We've got a single hiding in here. No, not that. No. And another single hiding in here. What's that? Oh yeah, and I remember I said like for some reason the titles on here were out of order. Don't know why. Favourites from Lennon. I've done a review of some of these actually, anyways. But a favourite of Lennon is Just Like Starting Over, Beautiful Boy, and Woman. And favourite from Yoko is Hard Times Are Over, and what was it? Every Man Has a Woman Who Loves Him. And worst track is Kiss Kiss Kiss. The latest finals I got was I now work at the PDSC, and the good thing for that is doing voluntary work there is because you get first dibs in the vinyl, and it was a box for some reason completely full of 1966 stuff from 1966, so I got 3 records from 1966, and this is one of them. Face to Face by the Kinks. In mono, of course, which is nice. Party Line, Dandy, Holidays in Waikiki, I don't know how you say that. And of course, Sunny Afternoon. Then we get the absolute classic Led Zeppelin 4, every track being excellent. But if I had to pick my favourite, it would have to be either Going to California, Stairway to Heaven, or Misty Mountain Hop. Then we get a classic album from round here, up the north, Lindisfarne, Fog on the Tyne, which is really nice. But very favourite on this one, probably January song, which I'll probably listen to on January. Ho ho ho. Then we've got a few Madness LPs here because even though some of the tracks aren't that good, you know, I can't really complain because you know it's got that you know I don't know it's nice, but this is probably the best one. One Step Beyond, debut, as most of the ones that you should know, like One Step Beyond, My Girl, I Bought a Cairo, The Prince, Bed and Breakfast Man are the main singles. Some dodgy songs, like I say, like Chipmunks Ago, Swan Lake's a bit dodgy as well. Tarzan's Nuts is pretty dodgy too, but they're having a good laugh. This is actually another good one as well, absolutely. With Baggy Trousers, Embarrassment, what was it? Return of the Lost Psalm 7, which is, I don't know why that became quite a bit of a hit or a single, because it's actually probably one of the worst songs on here actually. Because I recommend you check out In the Rain. Ernie, Not Home Today is a good song. Shadow of Fear is a pretty good song. There's a few throwaway songs, obviously, like Take It or Leave It, but you know, it's not bad. And here's another one, probably the worst one by them, The Lot, which is not too bad. I'll complete Yesterday's Man, and probably up there as my favourite Madness song, Uncle Sam. Sweetest Girl is actually better than the original as well. But yeah, it's some throwaway songs, but never mind. There's another one for you, Ram, by Paul and Linda McCartney. Favourite over here is Too Many People, Uncle Albert as well. I like Heart of the Country, and Backseat of the Car. A few songs I'm not bothered about, like Monkberry Moon to Light. I'm not bothered about Eat at Home. Not that bothered about Ram On either. And Dear Boy is pretty good as well. And we got another real good classic here, Mike Oldfield, Jubilee Bells, for first side one. If I even have to say it actually from there, I'd say the Mike Oldfield single, which is probably what you should get anyways if you can't be asked to listen to the full album. And it's most well known for being off The Exorcist. Then we get into my Pink Floyd's Gummer. I've done a review of all of these apart from the last one, which I need to review next time. Favourite live bit of Gummer is Careful of My Axe Eugene, and the live set that controls the Heart of the Sun. Studio favourite off there is Grantchester Meadows, and the first two parts of Sisyphus, and the third part of The Narrow Way. One of the other really good ways of having vinyl is to be able to just look at how big it is, and I just want to put this up on my wall. Adam Hartmother, one of my favourite songs of all time, Alan's Psychedelic Breakfast. Dark Side of the Moon, I need to comment about that either actually. And then Animals, I don't want to comment about this because I'll be doing a review of it hopefully soon. And we get Graceland, Paul Simon, which I said in one of my videos was one of those albums you can't hate. Graceland is talking about the bubble under African skies. You can call me Al, but my new favourite off here is actually Diamonds on the Soles of Her Shoes. Queen, The Game. Ooh. With the title track, Dragon Attack, Another One Bites the Dust, Crazy Little Thing Called Brawn, Save Me, and a few dodgy songs. And we get the Rolling Stones. Here's the other 1966 album that I got, Aftermath, in mono. I was just playing it now actually, good sounding. Mother's Little Helper, Stupid Girl, Lady Jane, Under My Foam, Out of Time, and a few dodgy songs like Flight 505 and the 11.5 Minute Going Home. And then we'll get Sticky Fingers with The Zip. Well, it's actually my favourite album by them probably, because it's got like Wild Horses, I don't know. Wild Horses, Bitch, and Brown Sugar are my favourites. No, Sway. Forgot about Sway. That's my favourite. Then we get an underrated one, as I say in my review, the Goat's Head Soup, with one of my favourite ever Rolling Stones songs, second track 100 years ago. Then we get the Rolling Stone one, Tattoo You, with Waiting for a Friend, Start Me Up, Hang Fire, Black Limousine as well is a really good song. And we've got a few Roxy Musics. And we get Avalon. Need to give that more of a listen actually. And the classic Country Life with the thrill of it all. What else is on this one? Excuse me, sorry. A really good time. Casanova as well is a good song. And we get Bridge Over Troubled Water with my my favourite song by them. Boxer. Then we get the Smiths. It's quite funny because I've got every proper Smiths release apart from this one, which is Half Full of Horror. But it doesn't have many songs that I don't have. Like, I don't think I've got William. It was really nothing. I don't have These Things Take Time. But most of these I already have, like Reel Around the Fountain, which are on albums. How Soon Is Now, This Charming Man. A couple of these, if would just put on the new remasters, like This Charming Man was added on the debut, and How Soon Is Now was added on Meter's Murder, but still. And we'll get the second album by the Specials, more Specials, which I've been again listening to more because now I've got it on album. It is a much dodgier album than the debut album. It's a lot more experimental. It's got, obviously, the only song I probably know off this is Enjoy Yourself. Now enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. But one of the weirdy, catchy songs is called International Jet Set, which goes on a bit long, but is really good. What's that? And then there's another really dodgy song. Oh, Pearl's Cafe is a good one. And it was like the atomic bomb going off. I forgot what it was called. Oh, it was Man I'd Seen Here, I think, so yeah. Getting there. Sparks. What was this one again? Oh, Propaganda, that was it. Get that more of a listen, like. And the debut Bruce Springsteen album. Greetings from Ashbury. Oh yeah, greetings from Ashbury Park. Blinded by the Light, Spirit in the Night, The Angel, Lost in the Flood. Then we get What a Catch! Oh, Band on the Run. With the title track. My favourite being on it is Bluebird. That's Jet, of course, as well. Last time when I got this, I said I liked the album cover on this, but I didn't realise it's actually a well-rated album on Radio Music. I was looking, it's in the top 1,000. Van de Graaff Generator. Again, I said last time I should give this a listen. But if you see something as dodgy as that, then, you know, and it deserves a listen. And I will put it on. And we get some Van Halen here. I thought I had the debut, but never mind. One I'm not too bothered about is Fair Warning. There's a few like good songs on here, like Main Street and From the Door. Not that bothered, but 1983 is a great song. It's got a good opener as well. Obviously the title track. Oh no, the title track's the opener, sorry. And Hot for Teacher and Jump. And finally the third 1966 release, The Yardbirds, Roger the Engineer. My favourite being on it, called Over, Under, Sideways, Down. In mono again, woohoo. And we've got some Yes here. These are really good deals I got from the British Art Foundation. This says, this was Fragile, a German issue with gatefold sleeve in vinyl, excellent, whoa, for £4. Let's just see if it was. Yeah, that. I haven't given this one a listen, but in a way, like I haven't listened to the vinyl. I've got on CD. Wowzers! No scratch on that until now. And Close to the Edge, which is my favourite. The title track being amazing. And then finally, we get good old Frank Zappa. Hot Rats with Willie the Pimp be my favourite. Little Umbrellas, Peaches and Regalia is excellent as well. The Gumbo Variations goes on a bit long, and it must be a Camel's a dodgy one, but it is Frank Zappa. That's about it. 25 minutes of bullshit. That's how you spend a Saturday night. Well then. Thank you very much for joining me, although I doubt you watched it all. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you on this sort of thing next year for my updated final collection. Thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you later, and toodaloo. Bye bye.